what's up guys? Today we're going to be playing Roblox. Here's over.
Then switch his barbershop to cost business
Or,
now
I'm playing this Roblox.
And since he has health insurance, he can stay connected when his power goes out. Cox business is just his style.
I'm going to try to get to, like, over 1,000. Maybe, like, try.
When I met with my son, I had so many questions about his case. I called the Barnes firm. It was the best call I could have made.
Your case is often worth more than insurance offers. Call the Barnes firm to find out
And
what
we're
your
going
case could be
to
worth.
be
We will help you get
helping
the
people
best
get
result
all
possible.
the way to the end with the very important boosted strategy.
I am unmanaged in Chicago, and this is
Right now I have the just the regular strategy.
Tonight, a court hearing just ending in the case of Novak Djokovic, who is back in detention in Australia as I speak, waiting to find out if he's going to be deported to the Australian Open. The country's immigration minister revoked his visa, saying Djokovic entered the country without a valid exemption from the vaccine mandate. Paul Hancock is out front here to begin our coverage on the ground in Melbourne. And Paul, the big question is whether all of this will be settled in time for Djokovic to play, because he's scheduled to play on Monday. So what did the court decide today?
There faster. I'm also going to be making
what the lawyers for Djokovic are hoping they've already pointed out in the Friday night hearing that time is of the essence. So this hearing that we had this morning was really a procedural hearing, setting the scene for the more detailed arguments to be heard from 9:30 a.m. Sunday morning. So tomorrow, both sides have to submit findings. The judge also said that he's deciding if it's just him that he is delayed. There will be 3
in the comments tell me what video you want to make, but I'm going to make a video on.
So Djokovic today is in detention. He's able to meet with his lawyers to set out a plan, but he will be escorted by 2 Australian Border Force officials at all time. And then Saturday night tonight, he will be in detention once again. We don't know if it will be the same facility as he was in last week. So what we understand at this point is from the immigration minister's statement and also the hearing last night, it appears that the argument to deport him this time is because it is in the public interest, saying that the best concerns he could excite anti-vax sentiment within the community, something which Djokovic's lawyers unsurprisingly have already rejected. But a very different premise to this hearing than what we saw just a week ago. And really one of the best case scenarios for Djokovic's lawyers at this point is they could get a bridging visa, meaning he could work, i.e. play, while the court is ongoing. As they delay it. All right, thank you very much, Paula. So let's go now to Christopher Clary, New York Times tennis correspondent in Melbourne, covering the Australian Open. One of the leading experts on the sport. He's covered more than 100 Grand Slam tournaments,
Surprise.
Olympic Games, and of course you know Novak Djokovic very well. You've been covering him since he was 17 years old. So let me get straight to it. Christopher, the judge has...
Okay, of course. As soon as I say I'm making a video, this guy wants to be in it.
Going to argue that Djokovic should be allowed to stay. What are the chances that Djokovic plays on Monday?
Look, Aaron, I think the situation's changing because the grounds for the obstruction for his visa have changed now. We're talking about him being a risk to the community because of his sort of declared anti-vax views. I think they're trying to raise vaccination rates and booster rates in Australia, so they're kind of using him as a poster child of this effort, and they're concerned, the immigration minister Alex Hawke, that he could be detrimental to that effort. That's going to be the argument. Personally, based on what I've been reading here, I'm not a legal expert.
Says hi.
In the sense that the burden of proof is still pretty high for Novak Djokovic and his very good lawyers. I think the chances are low.
Please
but
subscribe
they're
to
not
more kill me.
So I think there is a chance we'll see him. And I've covered over 100 Grand Slams, as you said. I've never seen a Grand Slam like this one, Aaron.
I mean, it is incredible and it is obviously looming large over the rest of the players in the tournament. By the way, I believe all, but not all of them, have...
Don't
right?
listen to him,
That's
please.
the rule. Djokovic would be then content.
He's just jealous.
You've been talking to so many
He's
of these
just
players.
jealous that I
What do
have
they
an
think?
infinite backpack.
Look, we just talked to Alex.
So I can make this happen faster.
About 10-15 minutes ago in this media day here. And Alex was, I think, very, very frank and honest. He felt like, I think there was some resentment for the distraction that this is causing. These are athletes who are in peak performance condition, ready to play one of the most important tournaments of their lives, and all anybody's talking about is Novak Djokovic and his vaccine and Novak Djokovic and his situation. So it's a big distraction for these players trying to focus on their own careers. And also, I feel there's a sense from the player community, people I've talked to, that Novak is somebody who has made a very different choice than the vast majority of players. As you said, almost all the top 100 players are vaccinated now, probably because of the rules here in Australia. And I think the resentment that Novak took a different route.
And you have, as I mentioned, been covering him since he was 17 years old, nearly half of his life, right? So you have been watching. Tonight, a Serbian health official tells Stan Djokovic
he's been making
they had
not just Fortnite, but pity speedrun videos of his maps.
They have them. Timestamp on the test certificate. They say that those would have been emailed to him on that day.
Of course, he says no.
That he has a valid document that he got late in the evening in his inbox. Djokovic says that he did not get it. He didn't see it until late the next day after. This is really important.
Yeah,
Here's the timeline again.
Values on
because he had this positive PCR that they say they timestamped to put in his inbox. He said he didn't open it until right between he had probably a group of kids, no mask. So you look
don't listen to him.
There is a lot of frustration and resentment. But you've known him for half his life, and he's a complicated person, you say. What do you make of all of this?
Just to that point quickly, Aaron, I would just say that no matter what.
Brett, can people stop trying to get into my video? If you think this is script, it is no, it is not script. It's not. I had no idea he was coming over here. I honestly thought he was somewhere else. Far away from his computer, which means far away from me. But nope, he is right here. Probably.
He's his own worst enemy in many cases. I think this is another example of that. And he has forgotten
he left.
He has some serious
Okay.
issues as well.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. I really appreciate your time, your insight.
Okay, we're gonna go
and
check.
just watching this with fascination of where you are. Thanks so much.
Okay, I'm honestly surprised I don't see anybody on my
Now
Roblox.
risk of closing shop because of the pandemic again.
Oh, great, he's calling me.
My guest, and he has a message for Washington. Plus the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, I know, it's not scripted. I got it. No, you didn't. He says he ruined my recording. No. No. This guy. No. You ruined nothing. Sir, you ruined nothing. Bruh. Why'd you call me? You have Discord. Leave me alone. Oh, this you're on your phone. Okay. Why? I thought the days of you calling me were over. Sure. Okay, he's honestly trying to run the recording. He's honestly trying. He's honestly trying. Will you stop trying to ruin this? I'm telling you right now, this is not scripted. He just won't stop bothering me. No. You just can't seem to leave me alone, can you? I honestly don't think you can leave me alone. Earlier, I was planning to do this video earlier, but he said he got copyrighted. Which I don't honestly believe right now. Bruh. No, thank you. Pretty sure that's copyrighted. I'm not gonna be copyrighted like you.
Our process is fast and your savings guaranteed. You'll even receive a 20% rebate on loan commissions. 1.550%. It's a smart and easy to apply at SRE.com today. Fight to save American democracy. For weeks of our discussion.
Tonight, number one, the U.S. economy. Retail sales dropped almost 2% in December. Usually, obviously, there's a big rise in December for the holidays. And it possibly shows American shoppers having real difficulty with record inflation and, of course, some of the impact of Omicron as well. This is as more than 24 mayors across the United States are asking Congress to save the restaurant industry. They write in the letter, quote, restaurants and bars are months beyond struggling. They are dying in plain sight. They have 22 months of debt from missed rent, fire and utility payments, and are putting off repairs that needed to be addressed months ago. The cold weather has ended outdoor dining, and now the Omicron variant is reinvigorating fears in guests who are scared to eat indoors. But now, Chef Tom Colicchio. He is the co-founder of the Independent Restaurant Coalition and the founder of Crafted Hospitality in New York. Tom, obviously you and I have talked during this pandemic. I'm sorry talking to you under these circumstances. How dire is the situation right now?
Where everyone's doing.
Well, Aaron, first, thanks for having me on, and thanks for continue reporting on this issue. It's getting really bad. I mean, December it starts to get better. November, December, those are our best months for our industry, and we saw light at the end of the tunnel. And clearly, it's just put an end to that, and we're really slow, really desperate, and I think the big problem that we have is that. Federal government did a great job of getting the restaurant revitalization fund out there. And Senator Seward did an amazing job along with Senator Wicker and Senator Sinema to really sort of address the issues with restaurants. But
he just won't stop budgeting me. I don't know what to do.
We all did was really short. And so for the 300,000 restaurants,
are you serious?
Only about 1/3 or 100,000 of those.
There's only one reason I can think of this job was to firm the president right now.
And the restaurateurs that receive that money are set. And they're going to
I bet it's because
the restaurants that did not, they're struggling. And so we had a report in independent restaurants. We actually interviewed 1,500 restaurateurs.
I want to be friends with a YouTuber.
Data shows that restaurants that didn't reach the funding, they are on the verge of closing. They are digging into making personal loans to keep their restaurants afloat. They're actually hiring less people, and they're accumulating personal debt. And so yeah, we're at a crisis moment right now.
So, there's that issue, and then there's also the difficulty of getting workers, right? And we've seen that during the Delta variant, and now, I know your survey says 91% of restaurants
be making a second video
more
probably
Americans
later.
are putting their jobs than ever before. Look, it's an incredibly razor-thin industry even when things are going well. Right, and now you have...
That is if xcraft doesn't get copyrighted again.
Will there be permanent changes in compensation for restaurant workers?
I swear, he better not be recording. Like this, let's seriously, this is supposed to be a me thing.
Yeah, I think the
or I
industry
should say, we thing.
New York
we as in
wages are higher, well above minimum wage, even for tipped employees.
No.
As long as we can raise prices,
this was supposed to be a solo video, is what I mean.
Restaurants like mine that are higher priced have more actually elasticity in pricing than sort of mom and pop. But we're also realizing that
I swear, if you post a video on
we're
this,
laying people off again. Because
I'm going to be very upset.
We're afraid, we're scared. So many people are sick. So many employees are sick.
Check my idea.
None
of this was scripted.
We're running into some major problems, whether it's getting employees. Employees are getting sick.
He just has no one else to play with besides me. That's all I'm saying.
We need help. What we're going to see is
all I'm saying.
We were in the early stages of the pandemic, where we're starting to look at restaurants that are just going to start dying out in pretty large numbers to help food.
And one final question for you in terms of testing.
Let's just say he's driving me crazy.
Are you able to test your workers? Obviously, you can't necessarily test your customers.
Well, we can ask for proof of vaccine, but we did.
I kind of want to buy
when
this.
Omicron first hit, me being a bit of a news junkie, I saw it coming. We ordered a bunch of tests, a combination of PCRs that we mail in and rapid tests, the Binox rapid tests. So we have them available for our staff. So we were able to make sure that the pandemic wasn't moving to our restaurants, but clearly a lot of our employees came in.
I don't want anyone fuel bots.
So we were able to, but again, the data shows us that restaurants can't get, we're knowing now, you can't buy that test anymore.
Very helpful.
There's a backlog of those tests, and so it's becoming more and more difficult to get tests.
The next story you will see only outside. This is the Inside Beijing tonight. Officials are taking extreme measures to control COVID. Just weeks before the Olympics. Wait till you see what's happening now. 50 million people tonight in the path of what could be a crippling winter storm this weekend.
I am going to, once I hit my goal, which won't be in a while, I am going to ask people who want to take a ride on the rocket.
When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it. So ditch the old way of selling your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
What?
What?
Always on.
And he's on it with Jardy for type 2 diabetes. His overheated Skyser on fire. His grilling on point. And his A1C Ron is.
How much fuel did you use to get to the moon? I don't remember. This was weeks ago.
Jardiance will cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, congenital use for urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the peritoneum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
A1C pill that goes beyond lowering A1C? Audit with Jardiance. Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
Did you and your husband enjoy your stay? Yes. Visit secretsresorts.com/Love Unlimited for a special Love Unlimited package and savings up to 40%.
I don't know.
I've always been alive. I'm not chasing a dream anymore. I'm in a financial family.
I meant to add a 0, but...
At Northwest Mutual, our financial planning helps you live your dreams today. Find a Northwest Mutual advisor at nm.com.
Generation called our greatest, saving the world from tyranny. And also, we know it's okay. nuclear war. On a bridge south of Alabama,
Okay.
marks the street to passing voting rights for every American. At a gate across Berlin, a late generation American president demanded that enemy superpowers tear down walls and liberate a continent. American generation answering the call with American ideals, freedom, liberty.
So I'm gonna check how much fuel there is.
To fortify our democracy by passing the Freedom to Vote Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. Because America.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay, I think this should be enough. Let's hope.
Sorry, 1 second.
Let's just hope. I was gonna say. Let's just hope. Okay. 2, 1, 2.
Tonight, the Winter Olympics are exactly 3 weeks away. And China is on zero tolerance COVID. Millions in the country being locked down. Even if, just like a case pops up. The drastic measures are actually having deadly consequences. David Culver is out.
I know. I spelled things wrong.
Cities across China are back in wartime mode, scrambling to identify and isolate cases of COVID-19.
Say in chat, don't run up to
20
me.
million people under strict lockdown.
Nor hop on the rocket, that works too.
Homes. Officials are conducting multiple rounds of testing and shuttling.
Sit on the rocket.
Centralized quarantine. State media showing these makeshift
encampments
built within days. It is all really reminiscent to the start of the
Are you serious?
crisis. But
Bro.
now, authorities know what they're
Bro, what are you
and
doing?
they're tracking those of us living
Okay,
there
I said take the rocket, not pilot the rocket.
most places,
Whatever.
they can flag us should we come in contact with the front case. Well, China
Is he the only person?
zero-COVID approach. That is, one case is one too many. And the months that followed the initial
Hop on the rocket.
seemed to work, though brutal at times.
This strategy has indeed been effective until very recently.
This latest surge is most concerning and perhaps embarrassing given its timing. We are 3 weeks from the start of the Winter Olympics. Beijing hoped this, the second pandemic Olympics, would be a chance to showcase its success over COVID.
The games are in part why the capital city is so heavily protected. A fortress with many restrictions to get in and out. At one point, the biggest concern was cases brought in by arriving athletes, Olympic personnel, and media from around the world. And for that reason, they have created a closed-off system, which will include the area that we're in right now. No physical contact between those coming in and those of us already here in Beijing.
But the virus is now spreading
I'll be right back.
outside. State media showing a far more orderly public response to the strict containment measures. Most here trusting the policies. In the 3 weeks until the start of the Winter Games, China might still prove effective in containing the virus, returning to a COVID-free country, at least officially. But for how long?
And here are the latest outbreak happening in China's financial hub, Shanghai. Health officials blamed it on a Chinese traveler returning from the U.S. who they say infected
At least 4 others, despite having
Guys, this kid's still at the top of the rocket.
testing negative
I have a feeling he jumped off.
rising numbers of so-called imported
Because I did not activate the rocket.
behind possibilities.
Bruh, literally, every other server, everyone wants to take the rocket. Why is this server any different? Would you just hop on the rocket? It's not that difficult. Seriously, it's not that difficult to hop on the rocket.
Thank you so much for the fantastic report. And next, everyone from Georgia to Maine. Tonight, bracing for a dangerous winter storm that could leave millions stranded and without power.
Seriously?
Thanks for coming. Now, when it comes to a financial plan, this broker is your man. Let's open your plan page 188. Carl, are there different
Ladder
plan options
broken.
in
Plans we can build on our own, or with help from a financial consultant. Like, swap them. Could we adjust our plan? Like, if we're buying a new house.
No.
Do you offer complimentary retirement plan for you?
As in free? Just like Schwab.
Look forward to planning with Schwab.
Okay, this guy is at the top of the rocket. Oh my gosh, dude, there's already... Wait. Oh my gosh.
Just to raise the place one. WW's all-new personal points program. For the first time ever, your plan is designed 100% for you. Live the life you want.
Okay, you're there. Okay.
The all-new WW Personal Points Program. Don't pay until
Yes.
spring. Join today at www.com. Hurry, offer ends January 17th.
Yes, just get on the rocket, bruh.
He was set to go to
Oh my
the
gosh.
living community right by my house. And a friend suggested I talk
You're
to my
welcome.
kids for mom. They really helped me. My advisor listened and understood his needs. And
There's literally more than...
nearby, but
There's literally more than that scene.
now he's in a warm
Bruh.
community with a big group of friends.
Oh my gosh, dude, his username is literally Dad. Oh my god.
Our service comes at no cost to your family. Connect with us
I
today.
wish I saw that before. I would have said no.
Excuse me, I'm looking for
Not even gonna say anything.
Getting V8 SUVs, bro.
Bro, I've got a sick SUV back here and your name. Never be ignored.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Last chance who wants to go on my last chance. She wants to go to the rocket. I know. I don't mean it that way. Literally talking about this rocket.
Over 100.
How many passengers do we have? Oh gosh, do we literally only have one? Don't tell me we only have one. I don't want just one passenger. I want 20. I want 20 passengers. My gosh, dude, literally the guy that was up here literally jumped off. I am so dumb. Yeah, I guess that's the only guy that wants to ride the rocket.
more than 50 million people are in the path.
Is xcraft still in here? Just no, he is not.
Storm will move from the Midwest and the Southeast.
Board rocket. Can I board my rocket? Don't tell me my rocket's moving too fast. Seriously? Well, that happened. The turbo boost happened. I wanna experience the turbo boost. So that's what the interruption does. Not gonna do it again. Not waste your chips. I can literally do this more, but I don't.
In fact, a lot of former president supporters still seem to make
no, wait. Wait, did they add more? Oh wait, I think they added one more island.
According to the indictment, Rhodes replied, "Nope, I'm right here."
Oh, they might have added a few more. Because last time I made it all the way to the top, that was the last one. Yeah, that's new. Yeah, that's definitely new. So I'm just gonna jump up. Hopefully my rocket gets to the top. Yeah, this is completely new. I've never seen this one before. Okay, yeah. Never been to this one. You didn't jump on this one. Hey, that? Oh, this one is so annoying. Yeah, annoying.
Yesterday. Well, for having to oblige, using his own words,
completely. Music, annoying.
Reasons the committee wants to talk to the congressman is that they want to know the president's state of mind at the time. They want to talk to the people who were talking to the former president when the Capitol was being assaulted. As it
I'm good. There's literally no pattern.
Here's part of the Q&A yesterday.
You have a unique window into the president on that day, January 6th. You were one of the only few people who spoke to him that day. Doesn't the American public have a right to know what the President of the United States was thinking and doing while the U.S. Capitol was under attack?
You know, that's a great question. You know the great thing about that? I didn't wait a year later. On January 6th, I spoke to the American public. Not by one network, but by many networks. My conversation was very short, advising the President of what was happening here.
Now, keep in mind, as you know, it has now widely been reported that McCarthy did not, as he said yesterday, merely fill in what was happening. After all, it was happening on live TV.
Thank
so
you.
Clinton actually already knew that. That's downplaying it significantly. According to multiple accounts, including one from a Republican congresswoman that day, he told him to call off the mob and call in the National Guard only to be rebuffed. You don't take our word for it. Today, CNN's K-File a little-noticed interview that McCarthy did with a local California radio station just 6 days after
well, I think I put too much fuel. Yep, I put too much fuel so the guy jumped off. Duh. Okay. Oops. Wait.
He says, and I quote, "Let me be clear to you, and I've been very clear to the President, he bears responsibility for his words and actions, no ifs, ands, or buts." McCarthy goes on to say, and quote, "I asked him personally today if he holds responsibility for what happened. He does have responsibility, some responsibility for what happened, but he needs to acknowledge that." Obviously, he never did McCarthy, as we know, went down to Mar-a-Lago just a couple of weeks later to make nice with him, and has been downplaying the former president's culpability ever since. He also said he doesn't have any information to add to their investigation. Now, the sound we played and the transcript we just read would seem to suggest otherwise. But look, that's just a CNN for stuff.
Oh, wait for launch to finish. Got it. No.
He answered with this misleading characterization of the select committee.
So I'm just So we're just trying to say you're wrong.
The FBI was doing their own investigation. And you all know the role of Congress, the only role we have is legislating. You asked me that question in May. That was 2 months before Nancy Pelosi decided for the first time in history by any speaker to deny the minority to even put their individuals on a committee.
So that's the thing. Speaker Pelosi did reject 2 of McCarthy's 5 proposed committee members, Congressman Jim Jordan and Jim Banks. Now, the reason stated was concerns that they were also potential witnesses. And, in fact, since then, the committee has asked to speak to both Mr. Jordan about the insurrection and his conversations with the former president on the day of the attack, as well as what he might know about the possible planning method. And Speaker Pelosi actually did accept the other 3 Republican McCarthy picks and gave him a chance to suggest another 2 Republican members. Instead, McCarthy decided to pull out entirely.
In the jump shop.
Came after McCarthy had rejected that proposal for a bipartisan solution that would have given equal membership.
I hope this gets me to a volume.
Only after all that, the House Democrats selected
this is so flies faster.
So McCarthy, we hope that's correct for the record, just as we hope these latest indictments do the same.
Fuel booster, no. Dark matter core, no. I can kind of roll this.
Well, Stuart Rhodes, who is the leader of the his initial appearance in federal court today here in Plano, Texas, not too far before he was arrested in Milwaukee 24 hours ago in Dallas, Fort Worth suburb of Middletown. Rhodes appeared calm and unfazed by everything that was going on. Essentially, and essentially what his attorneys are now focused on is getting him out of jail. He remains in custody. There will be a suspension hearing next week. Rhodes is pleaded not guilty, but his attorneys are trying to get him out of jail while he awaits for trial. So that hearing has been scheduled for next Thursday. There's no comment on unleashed in this
I didn't know I had
by
those
federal
already.
prosecutors where they essentially accuse him of plotting the forceful opposition of the peaceful transfer of presidential power to January 6th insurrection.
What are most of his supporters and his ex-wife saying about all this?
Well, there were 2 friends of his and another lawyer with the Oath Keepers who showed up at the hearing today. We asked them about the text messages.
I think it's never ending.
That Rhodes had with several members of
My booster, my fuel is never ending right now.
Bloody revolution against them. That's what's going to have to happen. We asked about all that. Supporters say that that's simply overblown, that it was just rhetoric. But his ex-wife spoke, Stuart Rhodes' ex-wife spoke with CNN today, and she described him as a sociopath, someone who is a dangerous man, very much interested in creating a mythology of being a great leader around himself. Anderson?
I love that. I appreciate it. More now on who the defendant is, how he came to be, and Mr. Rhodes himself even said he had a line to Washington.
Oh look, xcraft is back.
Oath Keeper leader and founder Stuart Rhodes has spent nearly a year publicly denying he had anything to do with the violence on January 6th.
There were no plans by the leadership, us, me and the team leader, Webb, to go to the Capitol. No instructions by us to do so. And we didn't even know that any of our guys had done it until afterwards.
But this indictment tells a different story, accusing Rhodes of seditious conspiracy.
I might get the 5 million with this one launch.
For a massively bloody revolution if Joe Biden took office. Prosecutors allege Oath Keepers prepared for battle at Rhodes' direction. Rhodes purchasing thousands of dollars in guns and tactical equipment. Others setting up an armed reaction force and communicating as they stormed the Capitol.
Dude, I actually think it's still moving, actually.
Arrest, disassembly,
I think it was.
cause, acts of treason,
Yeah, it moved more, because that wasn't there.
Publicly called for Donald Trump to invoke
So, well, now it's hit the barrier, but before it did not. So,
if he does not do it, we'll have to fight a bloody
Yeah, definitely getting to 5 million with this one launch. Which means we can buy the boosted Sky Dragon. Once this launch has ended. Shoot. Why would that bounce be so high? Okay, now I'm just levitating in space.
Show for more than a dozen years. Why did you start Oathkeepers? Together, Jones and Rhodes would whip up conspiracy theories.
I want to take a screenshot and show him how this is
The
going.
Homeland Security Department is buying and has bought 1.6 million rounds of ammo. We're buying it because
The thing is, he is not on Discord right now, so that makes things very hard.
Is very concerned that this is from Marvels. And we're heading for civil war.
I still do not believe this.
Vigilantes began showing up at civil disturbances, marches,
Cool.
all while Rhodes pushed the idea.
Yeah, it's definitely, it might actually take more than that to take it to the end.
US from so-called elites and leftists.
Definitely.
And unless we deactivate that brainwashing, we're going to eventually have to fight them. But when we do, it'll be a different ballgame because they don't have the military skills we do.
Oh, I didn't know he kept his drone. Now you got rid of it.
The time he then predicted was coming.
It's a civil war because you have city politicians who are part of.
He said they were a waste of money.
Those ranks. Good news for us, though, is we have 14 million veterans, believe at least.
I have no
A massive pool of combat veterans who are awake and aware.
He said they were a waste of money, I guess.
The Oathkeepers acted as security that stopped the steel raids, and Rhodes talked about providing protection for Alex Jones and others. He also broadcasted Donald Trump.
I think I have completely broken my rocket.
We have been already stationed outside DC as a nuclear option, and kick the attempt to remove the president illegally. We will step in and stop it. Prepared to go in if the president calls.
And as the plan for January 6th started in motion, according to Rhodes' attorney, the Oathkeepers were asked by January 6th rally organizers to provide...
I still don't know how to...
They were coming to the Capitol for a affirmative demonstration on Lot 8 that Alex Jones and Alexander were going to have. That went off the rails and didn't happen. 2 days before the insurrection, Rhodes posted an alert bulletin on the Oathkeepers website. All patriots who can get to DC need to be in DC. Now, he wrote, or kneel forever.
Really?
Maintain, arm, keep the fatigues. According to Roblox, executing their plan to stop the lawful transfer of presidential power, including multiple ways to deploy force.
Now actually happening to see the best of this person. Before the report was not in charge, he seemed to have been in close contact with Rhodes and the Oathkeepers, as so-called. Is it possible this is only the beginning?
Anderson, that is the big question, and what makes these connections so
My drones are literally stacking there.
If you look at what happened leading up to January 6th, you see Rhodes and or Oathkeepers interacting. Not only with Alex Jones, that conspiracy theorist, and Alexander that stopped the steel organization, but others involved in rallies, the rhetoric, and threats, including members of Congress.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you. World's #1 ranked tennis star is in real time to bid for a 21st Grand Slam on the line. Novak Djokovic is being detained again in Australia. Live report from Melbourne who talked to former professional tennis player James Blake. And family and friends gathered to Bob Saget's funeral. All the kids are now pouring love and commitment to the actor.
So now I have 2 of them.
Anderson Cooper 360.
I'll have one more after I do my next
Wonderful pistachios. No shove. Sheldon,
probably going to get 4% for launch straight. Yeah, it's definitely reached the top.
Keep being you. It is different than Mix Army is a complete one-day, once-a-day
HIV in certain adults. It's not a cure, but with one small pill, Biktarvy fights HIV to help you get to and stay undetectable. That's when the amount of virus is so low it cannot be measured by a lab test. Research shows people who take HIV treatment every day and get to and stay undetectable can no longer transmit HIV through sex.
Serious side effects can occur, including kidney problems and kidney failure. Rare, life-threatening side effects include a buildup of lactic acid and liver problems. Do not take Biktarvy if you take Peptide or rifampin. Tell your doctor about all the medicines and supplements you take. If you're breastfeeding, or if you have kidney or liver problems, including hepatitis. If you have hepatitis B, do not stop taking Biktarvy without talking to your doctor. Common side effects are diarrhea, nausea, and headache.
If you're living with HIV, keep loving who you are and ask your doctor if Biktarvy is right for you.
When you need hot or cold therapy for strained or injured muscles, don't give up your freedom to get your therapy. Get that healing feeling with Copperfit Mobile Rapid Relief Wraps. Hot or cold therapy wraps that strap in place and stay in place so you can do what you want while getting the therapy you need.
This is the best solution for icing and heating that I've ever found.
Get that healing feeling with Copperfit Rapid Relief Wraps. Find the entire line of Copperfit Rapid Relief Mobile Wraps now in Walmart Pharmacy.
Some of my best memories growing up were cooking with Mom. So when she moved in with us, a new kitchen became part of our financial plan.
Find the Northwestern Mutual Advisor at nm.com.
Welcome to the next level.
What's the plan?
Save the world. Save Earth. When the world is counting on you, let me put this baby into work for you. Well, come on. Everybody, hang on and enjoy the ride. Yes! In the all-new Lexus NX. This is a whole other level of insane. See Moonfall in theaters February 4th and experience amazing.
Not flexing, just telling them how much money my rocket's taking right now.
For intelligent identity protection, Market Identity IT. Market protecting what's yours with real-time monitoring and alerts.
Yeah, I love how somebody said, bruh.
Intelligent identity protection, visit identityit.com. Save 15% on your first year.
I don't care. Okay. Yep, I kind of expected everyone to say that. I expected everyone to say he doesn't care.
Available at the #1 retailer in America. Find our new hemp on a display at Walmart checkout page or visit walmart.com for pain relief now.
I might never use that much food again. I honestly might never use that much food again. Even though, because after this launch, it would make no sense to do it again.
This is how we do that. This is how we do that. This is how we do that.
Turns out Macho Joe knows how to do almost everything. And it turns out that Joe is a quality insurance company that's been saving people money for nearly 60 years.
This is how
I got it. For a great low rate, and nearly 60 years of quality coverage, make the right call, you go with the Joe.
Well, breaking news, Johnson's for Novak Djokovic is awaiting another court hearing in Australia after his visa was canceled for a second time early this morning due to not being vaccinated. What happened in the initial hearing that was just adjourned, and what more did you learn about why the visa was revoked for a second time?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and land on that new one. Well, I honestly don't know if it's new anymore.
Argue the case in detail and to decide whether or not Djokovic's cancelled visa should remain cancelled or whether he should be allowed to be free and then ultimately play here in the Australian Open. That happened after he reported to Australian authorities to be taken into detention.
I'm about to hit 2 million.
Detention.
My gosh.
He doesn't have a visa. He's allowed to spend time with his employees preparing his case, but tonight he'll be sleeping in a visa immigration detention centre. The argument here has changed from the start of the week. At the start of the
Why does this game hate me?
Djokovic was
Oh, not doing that again.
Which recovered from COVID-19. Now, the government is arguing, we're told from Djokovic's lawyers, that he represents a threat, according to the government, to the Australian public because his sceptical stance on vaccines could
I think at this point, I might as well just play peaceful tomorrow.
That will be argued when they all get together in a virtual courtroom on Sunday.
What's expected to happen?
At this point, just doing peaceful tomorrow. I thought the rocket would be done by now. And I'd have more launches. But it seems like this one launch is just going to be the whole video.
Tomorrow afternoon Melbourne time. And if that timetable follows, and if that decision does come in, then it does note the possibility that even after having
just trying to see what xcraft is doing.
Immigration detention, Djokovic could walk out onto centre court on Monday and play in the opening round of the Australian Open.
How are players reacting to him being detained for a second time?
Some sympathy, but also a lot of frustration. Sympathy for a great player is enduring what is essentially a fairly undignified form of treatment.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
Naomi Osaka said a short time ago that it's very sad that he's going to be remembered by many people for this whole saga. But there is also growing frustration too from players because players will come here to play tennis, talk about tennis, but this is taking all the attention away from the other competitors at the moment. Very little talk of what is expected to be some world-class tennis here over the coming weeks. And there is also absolutely an awareness that is expressed here, I think, by a lot of the players, and that is that what is being experienced here by Novak Djokovic is absolutely a consequence of the decisions that he has made personally in the run-up to this point.
If he loses that appeal on Sunday, does he then have to leave the country?
He does, yeah. Possibly pretty quickly. He would remain in immigration detention in that case, and then the government would facilitate his removal from the country as quickly as he could get on a flight. But he would stay in detention until that was able to happen. And one of the questions that still hasn't quite been answered here is whether or not there will be a further ban on returning to the country. These decisions from the minister normally carry a 3-year entry ban on entering the country again. That would obviously have a big impact on his ability to come back here in subsequent years and play in the Australian Open. The government has some discretion in waiving that ban, but hasn't indicated yet that it's prepared to do so.
All right, Phil Black, we appreciate you coming on for tonight. Thanks. Let's bring in former professional tennis player James. James, good to see you again. What do you make of what we just learned from Phil Black?
Similar to last time I was on this, I appreciate being on this the second time this week, but it's sad that I'm not talking about serves and forehands and backhands. I share the same frustration that I think a lot of the players share in talking about that this isn't, or we're not talking about tennis, this is taking over all the headlines, and it doesn't look good for really anyone. I think the government doesn't look good in this, I think Novak doesn't look good in this, and it is sad that one of, if not our greatest champion, is going to possibly be remembered, especially this year, for this situation. It really, I wish it had been from the beginning handled a little bit.
Stud here in space. Just giving me money.
Around her, she feels like she was not treated fairly as well, but there haven't been as many stories about her, so I think it's a bit of a double-edged sword being the superstar that Novak is and how outspoken
I think I might do like maybe one more launch with the boosted Sky Dragon.
But there would there have been this around it, this circus around his detention and this hearing. And so it's, it is a bit of
after this rocket stops moving, because I'm pretty sure after the rocket stops moving, it might be at like 3,000, so, or 3 million.
Standpoint, I mean, again, he has been practicing over and over.
this is really difficult. I'm also a little surprised that
$5
Tennis Australia had this draw set up so that he's playing on Monday. I think they could have had the opportunity to play his half of the draw Tuesday.
Yeah.
But playing Monday, him not being able to practice today, yesterday, being in this detention hotel, makes it pretty difficult to be prepared the way he normally would prepare for these matches. Physically, I think he'll be fine. He's done all the hard work to get there, but you're kind of fine-tuning skills in those last couple of days. And they may not be there, and we'll see if he's able to, if he does win his appeal and get back on the court. This would be one of the greatest challenges he'd have to overcome on the court. Dealing with the rust that he may feel from not having these couple of days of practice.
Yeah, I mean, did you ever reckon that the tennis community could become kind of a global flashpoint in the fight over COVID-19 vaccination?
I never thought it would be like this. So many sports have come together. There've been obviously in the NBA, the Kyrie Irving case, with Aaron Rodgers in the NFL. But I really didn't think with tennis, I think we have 97% of the men in the top 100 are.
I'm starting to think I should have just bought a dark matter core.
Gone through all the protocols, they've done everything that the ATP and WTA have asked. So it feels like it has been going very smoothly.
I'm honestly starting to think I should have just bought a dark matter core so we wouldn't have to sit here.
I guess was bound to happen with someone that was extremely anti-vax and wanted to make this case and his freedoms and his rights, and it became very public with one of the countries that is the most locked down.
How much pressure do you think there is on Australian authorities to allow him to play since he's the #1 player? I mean, again, players who are not as highly ranked as him are gone by now who didn't follow the rules.
Yeah, this is so tough, I think, on the government. And the key reason for me and one who be in politics is it's a difficult decision. These are very high stakes. It's actually really high stakes for Novak because he's personal black say.
It honestly might be tomorrow by the time it's over.
He went in thinking he was correct, but if he had
so I think I'm just gonna end the video here,
I know an election is coming up there
and
soon,
then
and they are putting a lot of chips in this basket.
Tomorrow,
This is what we feel is best for the
I'll do
population. The population's been so locked down, and it could come back to backfire.
I'll do Beast Form tomorrow, then
it could push them over the edge for being
like
elected.
after the Beast Form tomorrow, I'll see if I can
the system will go, how this election will go, but
like get on this again,
a big risk
and then
with this because it is such a public matter and it's Novak Djokovic.
Yeah, James Gordon, talk to you. Thank you very much. Coming up the next
like not put as much fuel.
Presidential electors.
Not put as much fuel in it,
It's true. It's such a weird story. These are some of
and then
the
just
Michigan,
like
now Michigan
give
Attorney
people
General wants federal authorities to investigate.
rides to the end of the map. But, like not put that much fuel here. So I think I'm just gonna end it here. Peace out, see you later, and please subscribe to xcraft, and see you guys later.